friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Martin with The Contoured Chemist. Today we are going to talk eyeshadow shades and how to pick colors and how many different ways you can put together looks with just 4 shades. So I'm going to walk you through my step-by-step process of how I put together a palette for an eye look. We're going to talk eyeshadows today. So I feel like I don't talk about eyeshadows very often on here, and there's just so many great colors from mascara that we got to talk about them some more. So if you want to see how I put together a perfect eye look, keep watching and be sure to hit that subscribe and the like button if you like videos like this, and let's get to it. All right, guys. So when it comes to mascara, we are coming out with new eyeshadow shades all the time, and I'm constantly asked, what shadows do you recommend for me? How should I get started? What shadows should I pick for my eye color? And all the things. So if you guys haven't seen, we have quite a bit now, and I took out some to build my own palette for today that hopefully you guys should be able to see on camera really well. We'll see, right? And I wanted to show you guys how to pick 4 colors and how to do 4 different looks with any 4 colors. If you follow this kind of, I don't want to say rule, there is no rules, but if you follow this guideline of how to pick colors, then this is a great way to get started and to get multiple looks from just 4 shades. So here we go. All right, so my number 1 pick anytime you're gonna do an eyeshadow look is picking a highlight shade. And I'll insert some of my favorite graphics as I go to show you some of my favorites from mascara. So a highlight shade is gonna be something shimmery, something light in color, okay? All-time go-to is just a beautiful cream shimmer. That is Sabrina that I'm gonna be using today. Okay, so anything shimmery, anything you can pop under the brow to highlight and lift the brow. You can pop it into the inside corners. You can easily wash it on the lid to brighten that lid area. Anything light and shimmery constitutes a highlight shade, right? Perfect. Okay, number 2, and this to me is like non-negotiable. If you're doing any eyeshadow look, you need a mid-tone matte brown, or at least a mid-tone matte shade. But my favorites are normally just, I mean, if you guys have been following me at all on Instagram, you know I use this shade on the daily. It is a gorgeous, it's darker than my natural skin tone. It's slightly warm because I'm drawn to warm tones, but this is Bubba. And any mid-tone matte, you really want to matte when you have more aging eyes like I do. When you start getting texture in this area, and especially if you have hooded eyelids and you're wanting to show that color, deepen that crease, you want a matte shade. So remember that those highlight, those shimmery shades are gonna reflect light, meaning anywhere you put them, if there's texture, you're gonna see the texture, which is why I mainly stick to only shimmers, inside corner, lid, and under the brow bone. Everything else is gonna be matte. Sometimes I put it here on the corner. You'll see the one I picked is shimmery, but usually dark colors actually absorb light. They're not gonna reflect as much, so they're not gonna show as much texture. Okay, 3rd color. Here is where you can have fun with it. I mean, it's not the only place you can, but here's where I like to have fun with it. My 3rd shade is always a fun shimmer. Now this could be any color you want. I picked a just nice neutral kind of shimmery. It's got some mauve, I don't even know. It's still neutral to me, but it's got a little bit more pink than brown into it. and this is called You Complete Me. It's kind of a foiled shade. You see how it really reflects light as you move. But any shimmer can go here. I usually use this as a crease color, or not a crease color, a lid color where I'm not gonna get the most reflection. And this is where I get that pop of shimmer and where you can have a lot of fun with your eyeshadow. So my third color is a shimmer. My fourth, this is the one I usually call a deep shade. It can be a shimmer, and you'll notice I picked a shimmer because it's fun. This can also be a fun pop of color as well. So I stayed pretty neutral here, but here's where I went and I had the fun. Now this is a deep shade. This is also an outer corner shade. It's gonna give depth, but then it's also a really fun pop of color, and it is foiled. If you can see here, it has shimmer to it, but it's not like so crazy shimmery. It's gonna show all the texture on my eyelids. That's As If, and I love her. She's so good. I honestly never thought I'd wear this color in a million years until I tried it. And then I was sold. And now I want to show you guys how you can have fun with it. So, those are my 4 guidelines of how to pick a beautiful palette to get started. And now let's go over 4 ways to wear this. And this can be any 4 shades you put together. Using those guidelines, you're gonna be able to do the same looks with and get different results depending on the colors you pick. So I normally go with a very, I don't wanna say safe, but I usually go very safe. I'm always wearing Philly in my outer corner. It's a gorgeous deep matte brown. You can't go wrong. It looks good with anything. But throw in 1 extra pop of color and you've got a completely different look. So I wanted to show you guys how we can do it. So keep watching. This first look is kind of a simple, everyday, more natural look. You can literally do it in 2 minutes, and the purple gives it a nice pop of color, but it's not like too crazy pop of color. Obviously, if you pick a nice, safe, neutral brown instead, it's gonna look a lot more natural. All I'm doing to prep my eye for all of these looks is using an eyeshadow primer and then a powder over that to set it. Now, the reason why you wanna use a powder is because eyeshadow primers are sticky, really help with creasing and longevity, but if you don't put a powder, it's gonna be hard to blend because the eyeshadows are gonna get kind of stuck and it's not gonna blend easily. So that's how we're gonna get started. All right, so my second look is this. I like to call it Everyday with a little pop. It has that outer corner dimension. It's not a whole lot of color, but it's just enough to make you look put together, and it's my favorite everyday look. Watch it with me. All right, this next look is super easy, super simple. I'm using Secret Weapon, which is a white primer, which will give more color payoff on the lid. So this is a really good trick for highly pigmented, shimmery, foiled shadows. If you want them to show up even more vibrantly and more pigmented, put this on first and then stick that eyeshadow to it with your finger, and it's magical. So keep watching. All right, for the fourth and last look, we're going nighttime. We're going date night, smoky eye. So we're going from look 3 straight into look 4. So the key to a smoky eye is liner, mascara, and that deep shade, and not being scared to build up color. So since I picked a shimmery deep shade, the key there was to really mix in my only matte shade as well. Since we already had this shade all over the lid, I'm going to build up on that outer corner with this color and then add in some of this matte shade to really deepen it and give it a little bit less shimmer, more matte to really define that outer corner, and then go in with some liner on the bottom. So hopefully this helps. All right, so that's my 4 looks using 4 colors. Hopefully that gave you some new ideas of some new things to try with your shadows. I know it certainly got me out of my comfort zone because I normally probably would have not done such a dramatic purple smoky eye, but it's fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and thank you guys so much for watching. Love you, bye.